Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin that is naturally present in few foods, added to others, and available as an ergogenic aid. Vitamin D is produced endogenously when UV rays from sunlight strike the skin and trigger vitamin D synthesis, which you're able to see in this diagram here. Vitamin D is obtained from sun exposure, food, and supplements, and is biologically inert and must undergo two processes known as hydroxylations in the body for activation. So first, you can see here that it occurs in the liver and converts vitamin D to what is known as calcidiol. Second, it occurs in the kidneys and forms a physiologically active vitamin D, also known as calcitriol. This diagram is essentially a broader picture of what's happening after these hydroxylations. These visuals are a great way to see what's happening on the inside of your body. Vitamin D promotes calcium absorption in the gut and maintains adequate serum calcium and phosphate concentrations to enable normal mineralization of the bone. Vitamin D is also needed for bone growth and bone remodeling by osteoblasts and osteoclasts. What this means is without sufficient vitamin D, bones can essentially become thin and brittle. When vitamin D is low, parathyroid hormone kicks in to activate reabsorption in order to satisfy the body's demand for calcium. Low vitamin D increases bone turnover, which increases the risk for bone injuries like stress fractures. Vitamin D is a serosteroid hormone. Upon activation to calcitriol, vitamin D responsive gene expression is altered. These genes affect muscle protein synthesis, muscle strength, muscle size, reaction time, balance, coordination, endurance, inflammation, and immunity, all of these being important to sport health and athletic performance. Upon optimal functioning of these sports-related biological processes occurs when vitamin D storage levels approach these obtained by natural full-body sun exposure. It is important to know some deficiency statistics here. 50 to 70% of children and adolescents are vitamin D deficient. Over 75% of whites and 90% of African Americans and Latinos are vitamin D deficient, with increasing age increasing the likelihood of deficiency. So it is very important to understand what vitamin D does and how the body creates and produces vitamin D and what you can do to supplement properly in order to manage these deficiencies. It is important to note some health risks and effects of supplementation of vitamin D. Vitamin D toxicity can cause nonspecific symptoms such as anorexia, weight loss, polyuria, and heart arrhythmias. More seriously, it can also raise blood levels of calcium, which lead to vascular and tissue calcification, with subsequent damage to the heart, blood vessels, and kidneys. The use of supplements of both calcium and vitamin D must be closely monitored, therefore this chart helps clients ensure a tolerable intake of supplementation.
Once vitamin D deficiencies are managed with supplementation, studies have shown that regulated levels of vitamin D cause an increase in the storage form of vitamin D, which led to improved musculoskeletal performance. They found that those with greater deficiencies prior to supplementation gained the most benefit in performance. Vitamin D supplementation has shown improved muscle strength in those who are deficient. There is an increase in size and amount of type 2, aka fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are crucial in power and anaerobic activities. Vitamin D supplementation has shown improved muscle strength in those who are deficient. There's an increase in number and size of type 2, aka fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are necessary in power and anaerobic activities. Studies have shown a correlation between ideal muscle function and vitamin D sufficiency. By increasing the levels of vitamin D, it has helped to reduce myopathy, pain, and inflammation. It also has increased strength, jump height, jump velocity, jump power, exercise capacity, and physical performance. Vitamin D can prevent stress fractures and benefit the growth, health, and maintenance of the bone. It also assists in the regulation of electrolyte metabolism, protein synthesis, gene expression, and immune function. Here you can see the different concentration levels required to gain the musculoskeletal benefits spoken about. Things such as rickets and falls do not require nearly as much as things such as stress fractures and improved athletic performance. Vitamin D is not found in very many foods, although it is most prevalent in things such as cod liver oil, trout, salmon, mushrooms, and milk. This video is for educational purposes only and not meant to be an endorsement of any dietary supplement.